Coach, the work of your bench, especially some of the young guys in the last couple of games, Will Sheehy and Victor Oladipo in particular, talk about what they brought to the team.
Well, I think the bench is important because when we go to the bench, we don't want to drop off. And if we're going to build real consistency in our team, that's what's got to happen. It's not about depth. It's about consistency. And when guys can step in, make plays offensively, defensively, could be a big part of the plus-minus, going forward and hold the fort defensively with rebounding and offensively with not turning the ball over, but taking care of it and making plays. That's a positive for us. So I don't look at our team right now like it's starters versus subs because there's so many different things that can happen inside of the season, and you want guys prepared to play major minutes. But to play major minutes, you've got to get a lot out of the minutes that you get, and whatever time frame that is, and that's the part that we're focused on.
Is having the break of playing those games at the pace that it did put a little bit of a hop in their step because now they're kind of getting into it?
Well, we've tried to make sure that we understand we've got another big stretch coming up with a Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. So we're looking down the long-range picture with that a little bit. You stay in the short term with getting your team better every day, but knowing that they're going to really have to bring it over a 3-game period of time. But the most important thing is to stay completely locked into playing Evansville on Sunday, and I think they're very locked into that.
What kind of challenge is it to defend Evansville, especially Cole Ryan?
Well, they're more than just one player. Kenny Harris is averaging almost 16. They're averaging 80 points a game, shooting 57, 58% from the field. And Cole Ryan is outstanding. Denver is very, very good. They make plays, and they really work well together. They're going to see more screens and more curls and more slips in one game than they've seen in 3 altogether right now. We're going to have to be prepared to deal with that.
Does the maturity of this team allow them to be able to maybe deal with that a little bit better than they have in years past?
Well, it's early. We've only one weekend. I mean, 8 days ago we were starting the season, so it's hard to tell on that. But they've got a good mindset. They've got a very good focus. They're locking into game plans. They're locking into what we have to do to get better. But you have to do it every day. And that's the sign of maturity. Can you do it every day, not just when you're winning or not just in a span like this? To play the way they did and prepare the way they did in 3 games in 5 days says a lot about them in the first week of the season. But now it's a whole other week, and we've got to make sure that we keep taking it even further.
Are there pros and cons to scheduling an in-state team?
Well, I think it's good. You could always look at it in the sense of cons, but I don't choose to look at it that way. Evansville is a very good program, very respected. Marty is an excellent coach. They've got very good players. It brings interest to the state. But the thing is that you can't really afford to go on the road much when you're in Indiana, and we chose to do that and doing a 2-for-1 with them to go in there next year to open their building. But you'd like to play other people in state, but you can't go to their buildings like you could because of what we can get done here at home and because some of the things that we want to get scheduled for down the road. So I think it's a positive. I hope the fans turn out and really enjoy it. But when you're coaching against the team, you're not thinking as much about in-state as you're thinking about how good they are, and I think they're a pretty good team.